Okay, another form of harassment, which is quite prevalent in the workplace, that is actually worth having a session or a section of its own, is sexual harassment. So what is sexual harassment? So sexual harassment can be defined as unwanted conduct that is of a sexual nature. It can be verbal or non-verbal conduct, whether expressed directly or indirectly. It includes, but not limited to, victimization, quid pro quo, I hope I pronounced it properly, sexual favoritism, and creating or permitting a hostile working environment. Okay, let us just go into a bit more detail on the types of harassment. So the first one that I mentioned, victimization. So an employee gets victimized or intimidated for failing to submit to sexual advances. So let's say a manager asks maybe for sexual favors from an employee, and then when he does not get those or she does not get those, the employee is victimized or the subordinate is victimized. And then quid pro quo, someone in a senior position influences or attempts to influence an employee's permanent circumstances by coercing or attempting to coerce an employee to surrender to sexual advances. So this would be where a senior would maybe say that if an employee concedes to their sexual advances, then the person might get a promotion or a salary raise. And then sexual favoritism is also a form of quid pro quo. It occurs when a person in authority in the workplace seeks to utilize his or her power to reward those who respond to sexual advances. So the perpetrator of sexual harassment is not only limited to a male victimizing a female, but it can be where a female makes unwanted sexual advances towards a male, or a female makes unwanted sexual advances to a fellow female, or a male makes unwanted sexual advances to a fellow male. I must just listen to this again and see if I actually constructed it properly. Examples of sexual harassment include, but are not limited to, touching, kissing, sexual assault, rape following the victim, sexual attention, advances, proposals, including messages, advances that are of a sexual nature, inappropriate text, messages asking someone about their sex life, sexual whistling, are also classified as forms of sexual harassment. Okay, let us stop here and then we'll continue with the next session and talk about racial, ethnic, or social origin harassment.